just entering the exhibition area. This is in the Ninh Bình province, about the two kings and the history of Vietnam. This is a library selling books and papers and old maps of Vietnam's history. There's a gallery here as well. This is a water procession in Ho Lu ancient festivals. Where I am right now, I am in Ho Lu, which used to be the capital city. Burning of rice was discovered at Ho Lu, ancient capital. So these things have some sort of meanings. In only 1997, apparently, the wood post building materials in the 10th century. They're already building things with wood, and this is the tiles that was made in the 10th century. This material was being used. Tiles was made in the 10th century here under the two kings. So also excavated at the Ho Lu ancient capital was these steps, and the previous excavation from the previous kings, I suppose. And basically the two kings who we saw have done quite a lot in the very short reign that they were there for. And also then later on we discovered a section wall of the citadel was excavated at Kem Spring in 1991. So all these excavations, which obviously were buried maybe after the Chinese came or whatever happened, and all the wars that went through, but later on they started to discover these excavations. This is a raft here. Accommodation was essential in 1991. They used to use rafts to get across. And basically you can see this here. They made this, the Cung Bien, and it is the vestige of the Royal Palace foundation. So this is the remains of the Royal Palace, which was obviously thousands of years ago in Vietnam, and it's just one square place with two steps coming down, and there's like all mud and little excavation site there with some bricks and some sort of excavation process and little tiles on the floor. So so basically the NGO Mon Quant at the temple of the King Din Tieng Hong. So this is how it is in Vietnam, historically speaking. Top-ranking general Vo Nguyen Giap visited vestige on May 14, 1988. Vo Nguyen, V-O-N-G-U-Y-E-N. He actually visited vestige on May 14, 1988. So this was built in the 10th century. These paddy fields are there since till today, since the 10th century. So as you can see, all these artifacts, and in the museum these showpieces here date back in the 10th century and 11th century. Some samples of glazed terracotta which was at the time used by these people, and also in the 10th century some samples again of glazed china and potters here. So this is the kind of stuff. Jars are with 4 limbo. There are 4 limbos, as you can see there. The General Secretary Lê Kha Phieu visited vestige in October 1999. So this is a historical place basically, and it is basically here to remember the past, historically the past of Vietnam, and how Vietnam has actually evolved to what is today. This is the Chien Tang 1981, sorry, I repeat, 981 map. This is how Ninh Bình province and the surrounding areas of Ho Lu look like in the very, very olden days, and the sea there. So that's how it had looked in the very, very olden days. If anybody has not seen a map before, then that's what it is. So this is the exhibition hall basically, and these are the inscriptions, which obviously I won't understand, but it was the King Lê Hien Tong to King Din Tien Hong in 1740. This was perhaps given as a gift by these two kings, in case I haven't got the name right. King Le Hien Tong to King Din. Yes, so this was the entrance as we see it today, Temple of Din. It's the Temple of Din Tien Hong, T-R-O-N-G, Trong Yen Commute, Holu District, Ninh Binh Province. So that's where I have been today here, and basically I have seen this. This is another map, but it's more like an ordnance map with red and blue lines, and it's not like the map we see on Google today. In those days it was really very simplistic, and these are all the different territories marked there. So that is the tour, basically a very quick tour of this area. And again, over there, the General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong visited the vestige. This is the Buddhist prayer pillar, Din Lien, carved in 973 to 979, detected in Huang Long River. So it was just lying floating in the river, and obviously then they have put it in this exhibition hall. Deputy Prime Minister Nguyen Thien Nan visited the vestige on May 2008. So every time any king has, any prime minister has come to this spot, the vestige spot here, various years of 2016, they always pay homage to this area, and that is why it's so important when the Western tourists come that we also come here and give our respect, so to speak. These are the pipe tiles were covered. Tiles were used for roofing palaces, and they're much bigger than the normal stuff. So this was in the 10th century. So I hope you've enjoyed this little brief history of Vietnam and tour from basically dating back to the 1950, 918 before Christ. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. Bye-bye.